Oh, wait a minute. One more time. Wait. Screw it. One more time. Good afternoon, folks. And for those of you in the West Coast, good morning. It's 12 out here in the East Coast right now. But let's go ahead and do a little live stream right now since we've got Jen Psaki, as I like to call her, Jen Wacky, for all the wackiness that she does during these press briefings, and and what she has to say today, and let's see if she circles back, right? Hey, Jen Psaki, Jen Wacky, do you can you answer a few questions about Israel and Palestine right now? Yeah, sure. Let me just go ahead and circle back on that, and then get back to you. Which we all know it's a freaking a lie. What was the other lady's name when she was under Trump? McEnany, I think that was her name, McEnany. Anyway, the blonde chick, right? This girl had a whole binder. That tells you a lot about when, for example, you remember back, guys, in school. I graduated 2010 high school, right? But you guys remember back in high school and stuff like that, in middle school, you had you knew who your smart students were, because the good, what I'm saying, the smart ones with the back with with the big backpack and the binders and your organization that they had and everything. And then you had the ones that were not prepared, and the dumb ones that didn't care about learning and education and stuff like that were the ones that carried like the just like a gym sack. You guys remember like the logos, Puma and all that stuff. Gym sack, not even full but thin. And they were always the unprepared ones. They always had an excuse. They always just always told the teacher, yeah, my dog ate it, or I left it at home, or someone, I didn't do it, or whatever, right? This is Jen Wacky in this case, where her folder, you've seen that picture going around, floating around on Facebook and Twitters. I don't know if it was last week or a month ago, but the fact of the matter is that this woman was unprepared, and she's always unprepared, compared to the other lady. Well, what's her name? McEnany, the one that was under Trump, right? And it just shows you that these people don't care. They don't care, about anything or anyone. And I don't even know if the fact of the matter is that I mean, are they even in position right now? Are they in power? Are they not? Or saying you guys should let me know, because there've been some instances where like an airplane goes over the famous house that sits in D.C. where it's supposed to house the leader, right, of the free world, okay? But then everybody knows, or if you guys don't know, there cannot be any airplanes that fly around that house within a 70-mile knot radius, nautical miles. They cannot fly over it. Since like 1978, 1960, I think it was Ronald Reagan, maybe, I don't know, somebody. It's been a rule for a long time where there can't be any airplanes around that house. Right, but then you have this airplane sound coming from above one of these press briefings live, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever that briefing came out, and everybody was like, "What is there? If no airplane? Oh, but then they wanted to say it was a Memorial Day something service for like the army and stuff like that, but then they spit on the army at the same time. These people are crazy. They proclaim, and they to be this sort of people." And they're just doing the exact opposite of what they should not be doing. But it's okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay, because we're winning, we're not losing. They're scared, they're scattering like roaches, like the rats that they are. And they know that they are losing because they keep panicking. You got over in Arizona, the board of electors like, please don't do the audit, please stop the audit. And it's like, well, if you guys have not, if it's so transparent, if it's been the most secure election of history, then what the hell's the problem, right? What's going on? Why can't you just let us know the truth? The thing is that they know that we know that they're lying. That's the whole thing, that they know that we know that they're lying. 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 And that's the truth of the matter, folks. And you know what? This show is supposed to come on at 12 p.m. I'm over here on the Fox on the Fox's YouTube page, and they said it was gonna be on at 12 p.m. It's 12:09, and you know what? What happened over here? You gave it a like. No, a dislike. Did they switch over my? But this is coming from Fox News though. So they hold the live thingy and he said 12 p.m. So I guess it is what it is. Let's go around over here on Instagram and check out a few stories while we wait for this Jen Wacky to come on by and talk to us to see what her buffoonery show is gonna. It's a circus. It's a circus show with these people. It's a freaking clown show. So it's pure entertainment, but it's some bullcrap that they be saying sometimes. This is from Sebastian Gorka on Instagram. Let me see. He has a picture here with, I guess, to what be the Palestinians, right? I've heard a lot about the Palestinians. I've heard a lot about what's going on in the Middle East with Israel and all that, in Gaza, and rockets shooting up at each other, and something about like free the people of Palestine, but then like Israel has the right to defend themselves. I gotta look into that a little bit more. I haven't done my research on that too well, but honestly, if I want to bring you guys the honest to God truth about this whole situation with the Middle East, then I would have to do my research, and then I would have to look into the history of why Palestine and Israel hate each other. I know a little bit about it, like they've been, I guess, fighting since forever. Something about the a certain groups of people within a certain belief system that apparently they butt heads together, and so they attack each other. So I guess it's something like that. And if that's the case, then I'll look into it. I'll do the research. I'll read about it. I'll look into the history, and then I'll bring you guys a more informal information on what's going on over there. I know there's a lot of YouTubers talking about it. You got Tim Pool talking about it. You got people like Brandon Tatum, Anthony Brown Logan. You got a lot of YouTubers out there talking about the thing in the Middle East, and I just haven't done the research too much on it, so I don't know about it, but I will do my research and bring you guys the news on that. Biden clearly struggling, and it's a report from Sean Hannity. I got Sean Hannity on Instagram too, and he posted a picture here saying that Biden is clearly struggling. I'm not sure if that's the same. Did he just do another new circus show, this guy Biden? Because I don't remember seeing this video here about him. I mean, the last one I saw was when he was at the Coast Guard. Hey, you know what? They didn't let this guy out for like during the whole entire, the whole entire campaign. They didn't let this guy out. He wasn't out in public. Even in the beginning stages of his presidency, he was still kind of like under the shadows in his basement. But all of a sudden now, like, have you guys noticed, like, this past month, what I'm saying, he refused to go to rallies, he refused to hold rallies, he refused to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And isn't it weird how during these last few months, or maybe like actually during this past month, I'd say, that he has been out in the public view now more than ever? Or I mean, are these even true right here? Is it another circus show that they're pulling with the theatrics from Hollywood? And I think that's what it is. These people are masters at hiding the facts and using theatrics from the help of California Hollywood in order to be able to orchestrate the insanity of what they are pulling and trying to have one all over us, right? Let's continue with the next one over here. I got from yeah, if you guys don't follow her, she's great too at with the memes and stuff. Tommy Laren. Yeah, Tommy Laren. Yeah, she's a great gal. Very beautiful too. Don't let my wife hear that. All right, moving forward. This is from Turning Point USA. And this is with a picture of Pelosi, and she says, or not, she doesn't say, this is from Turning Point USA, but they got a picture of Pelosi. It says, big government tyranny kills. San Francisco recorded more deaths from drug overdoses last year than the Chinese, or I'm sorry, than the than the that one country with Xi Jinping, where the fortune cookie country. Okay, so let me read that again so I can choose my words carefully because man, okay, freaking YouTube. All right, big government tyranny kills. San Francisco recorded more deaths from drug overdoses last year than the fortune cookie, uh, you know, virus that's going around. As it continues, thank God they closed churches, locked down the city, and lectured healthy Americans about following the science. Really worked out for them. Yeah, that's true, right? That's the whole thing with this people over here in the roaches, these rats in office that keep holding us up in hot. You know what I'm saying? Some people have developed Stockholm syndrome, and some other people are just totally losing it already because we're tired and sick and tired of seeing these people already trying to run our lives. Like what I'm saying? They've been doing it for so damn long, and it's like they need to hold their horses. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, then we're coming, right? Then we're coming right for you. Okay. We're taking this back to 1886, son. we got the pew, pew, and you already know you're gonna mess around here in America. Let's continue on. Kaylee Mack. Oh yeah, this is the secretary of the secretary. What is it? The secretary of the whatever damn position Jen Psaki holds to. The press secretary. Fuck. It's still I'm still waking up from the from yesterday's little show, but either way I digress. So yeah, Kaylee McEnany, folks, is the Secretary of State's President 45 Secretary of the Press, and she's seen here holding I guess what appears to be her daughter, right? So she has kids. Playoffs, let's go Bolts. Okay, let's go Bolts. Newsmax. This is a story from Newsmax. Israel and Hamas agreed to Gaza truce after Egyptian mediation. I did read about that this morning, where apparently we got Puppet Biden taking credit for the truce, for playing a role in the mediation. First of all, this guy can't even hold himself up for longer than 5 minutes while talking, let alone interfere into the truce between the two people that were throwing fire at each other because of what he did. Wow, talk about the insanity and the circus show. Freaking clown. So yeah, I read on that. It was actually Egypt that had to mediate between these two countries because the leader of the free world could not do it himself. And of course, he doesn't do anything himself. Remember, folks, he's not supposed to answer questions or else he gets in trouble. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's continue on with the next one here. What's going on here with the Jen Wacky show? It's supposed to be on. It's 12:16 p.m. And they said over here that it was gonna go on at 12 p.m. And we're still waiting. If I would have known this, I would have started the show later on. But we're having fun with the Instagrams right now, so let's go ahead and continue on with that one right there, folks. We got Fox News here, and they have another picture with apparently what it looks like the contrails that are left after the rockets. What is this over here? Georgia judge decides to unseal absentee ballots in Fulton County. Whoa, bombshell! And this is being live streamed right now? No way. Okay, so guys, you guys know I live in Georgia, right? And that I don't like Brian Kemp, or as I like to call him, Brian Kemp, right? Along with the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, or as I like to call him, Brad Veganberger. Nothing but weak, spineless losers in there, right? Now, if you guys don't know, Brian Kemp, he's I think he's half a snake, half a rhino. He'll do some things that I don't agree with, but then he'll do other things that are like, oh, okay. So does he give us the bone and then kind of teases with us a little bit and then takes it back when we feel like we've been duped or something? Because this guy, okay, in November, this state, Georgia, was supposed to be, as it had already been, red, right? But then you're telling me that this state, Georgia, with Atlanta, a small city compared to the entire state of Georgia that makes up a small population of Democrats, against the whole entire state on the outskirts of Atlanta, is all red and all conservative, right? But somehow it flips for blue. No, I did my research. So this guy worked with the dumb onion machines, and took a little bit of scratch, a little bit of cabbage, right? And then between him and the Secretary of State, Brad Veganberger, they split the pig in half, and called it a day, right? But I guess now maybe it's looking like he's turning things around because, you know, but I don't trust him. And I did a video earlier last week that you can watch in the playlist, TPL episodes, and it talks about Representative Vernon Jones. If you guys don't know who Vernon Jones is, I did like a quick 15-minute video about it on the and it's on the playlist. And I like Vernon Jones. He used to be a long time Democrat, but then when President 45 got in office, he changed his entire viewpoints on the reality of what's going on and the whole, so he turned from longtime Dem to a now newly GOP, and he's a Black American. And his biggest competition for the Georgia elections next year in November, in 2022, will be him against Stacey. What I predict and what I project and what I know it to be true because of the research I do, the poll data, all that, who's leading, who's that, so I'll throw in the links, but I'm telling you guys in real time right now what the deal is, right? So it'll be him against Stacey Abrams, who's the Wicked Witch of the South, right? Stacey Abrams, Wicked Witch of the South, right? And then you got, or it could be again Brian Kemp if he gets reelected, but the people are not happy with Brian Kemp. He's got a lot of supporters behind him, but the real ones know that he's not really about all that, but that's why we got to fight hard to get Vernon Jones in office here as governor of Georgia in the next Georgia elections, November 2022. Because I don't trust Kemp, and a lot of people don't. But he's trying to turn things around. I also did a video on him. I got to give him a little bit of credit. The guy, he ended unemployment, and he's not gonna take the $300 federal bonus from the government. So that means that the people are gonna have to now go out there and get a job, and that's really good because when I'm out there in the road and cruising around and whatnot, or running errands or going to work, then I'll see signs out there from restaurants, $200 bonus, $300 bonus to work in a McDonald's, like at a fast food places are offering like $500 bonuses just for people to go and work, and it's a shame that these people are not wanting to, just because the loser mentality of these people, man. They're taking a little bit of this cheese that's being provided by the owner, let's call him, right? The freaking blue rat is taking cheese from the blue rat brother. The big brother, the blue rat's big brother is giving the little brother, the little guy, a piece of the cheese, while the little blue big brother is the one taking all of the cheese, right? And then the loser mentality, like, comfortable, conformists, just happy with 16 an hour, capped at 16 an hour, just to be able to sit at home. And then what? And then they go crazy, and then they're being essentially paid to be locked up in their own little house, going crazy. Work is good, and even the Bible, God tells us that we have to work. Work is good for the soul, man. Working is good. Anything you want to do in life, you can do. If you want to work as an astronaut, go ahead. If you want to work as a construction, go ahead. If you want to do accounting, go ahead. If you want to do a lawyer, doctor, whatever, go ahead, do it. But do anything. Just don't sit at your house all day and not do anything, because then that's when the craziness starts kicking in, right? Nah. I'll be at the house for like one day, maybe half a day, and I start losing it already. And then I go out and I run errands and stuff like that, or if I don't, or that's when I don't have to go to work. If I gotta go to work, then essentially I'll be back at home at night. I'm already tired by then, so but we have all this energy. Okay, so Israel officials approved ceasefire with Hamas following 11 days of Gaza violence. So it was 11 days of violence, and they finally ceased fire. Okay, and that was because of the mediation with Egypt too. Remember, folks, it wasn't Weakling Biden who helped the situation. No, he actually, in fact, started what happened, right? After President 45 had already made peace with all those nations like 8 months ago. It's incredible how from 8 months it can go to total disaster fast, and that's crazy. That's but these are the failed policies of the Biden regime, right? Obama 3.0, Obama 2.0, right? Obama's third term, picking up where he left off. Another meme here, or yeah, a meme from Turning Point USA on Instagram. Conservative agenda, educate and liberate. Leftist agenda, intimidate and indoctrinate. That's true, folks. It's a sad reality, you know. It's funny, but it's a sad reality that that's the way it is. That I was listening to a podcast this morning on Spotify. I don't remember the name because I was just scrolling, but they gave me the recommendation, so I started listening in. But either way, so it said that the ones who are from the left are the ones that bring the pitchforks and the torches and Molotovs to the protest, but it's always the conservative right wing side who are bringing the shields. So they want to say that we're the intolerant ones, we're the bigots, we're the ones that are like causing all this. But we're the ones bringing the shields to the fight, and they're the ones bringing the Molotovs and the cocktails of the gas and then the pitchforks and all that stuff and the bats with the wires, and that's the reality. And but because we're too patient with these people, but they're gonna pay soon, but it's okay. This movement is bigger than they are. They know it too. What they're doing is they're just they're scared. They're scattering like rats now, because they know we're stronger and we're coming for them. From Fox News, we got Fox News over here on Instagram. What's going on here with the Jen Psaki stuff? It said 12 p.m. It is 12:25 p.m. now. It's been 25 minutes, and Jen Psaki is still not on doing the press briefing. So what's going on over here? Do I gotta call Tucker Carlson and ask him what's going on, buddy? Is it my internet connection? Am I bad? Is it me? Is it you? Or is she just not? Is she late to work? What happened? Did she happen to stop by a BLM protest right quick for optics and then go back to the White House for the press briefing? Oh, okay. Because it's about to be 30 minutes, and this Wicked Witch of the South, no, that's Stacey Abrams. So this one is the Wicked Witch of the North, because she's in D.C. She's over here acting like she owns the damn place. And it's been 26 minutes since they said she was going to go on live. Come on now. But anyway, on Instagram, we got Fox News picture of old George Bush. Amhauser Bush. Drink lightly, drink clearly, drink crispy. I don't like George Bush or the beer. But Bush, border crisis reflects broken immigration system that Congress has failed to fix. And if you guys remember George Bush, the only thing that I liked about this clown was that he was kind of hilarious. I mean, I'd rather have George Bush rather than, Biden is just, he just sucks the life out of the party, man. At least with George Bush, just as terrible, if not worse than Biden, but damn it, at least he gave us a bit of entertainment. Folks, here, let me. And then when he docked that shoe when he was doing a little speech at the podium when he went to the Middle East, and he was like, that was cool. That was cool. I give him some prop for that, with his little freaking signature George Bush smile over here with the America. Let me just make it clear for 9/11. It was terrible. Freaking George Bush, man. But he'll flip-flop around too. He'll say one thing, he'll say another. This guy's a freaking rhino, and he's part of all that whole thing too, the whole swamp. Sean Hannity here. Hannity must-read quote. Let's see what it says here. And a quote from Senator Marsha Blackburn, and she's one of the ones that are on the good side. She's one of us. But it's like I say, we'll take you to we'll welcome you to the good side. But hey, you know what? We'll know if you're gonna backstab us or not, because we're on the lookout 24/7. You know what I'm saying? We're watching your every move. So if you backstab the American people and you stab America in the back, we will know about it. We will expose the roaches, and the roaches will be stomped. All right, with information, not violence. I never condone violence. Remember. Most read quote from Senator Marsha Blackburn. Biden's actions and rhetoric have caused thousands of illegal aliens to flood our borders and overwhelm our border patrol agents. Facts. And I am all for immigration, legal immigration. I've been here for 21 years. You guys know, and if you guys don't know, I'm from Venezuela. I've been here since 1999. I landed in Miami. My family and I, we escaped the Hugo Chavez regime that right before like the whole crap went to the crapper. And now look at them, you know, now they're all suffering and everything. No food, no jobs, no money, no nothing. Pretty much just eating the zoo animals at this point. But yeah, you know, what's going on at the border is not immigration. It's an invasion. Okay, immigration is what my family and I did. We came the right way. We paid. We had to wait years before we got like papers and things like that. I mean, at first it was so horrible, and then it got horrible, and then it got even more horrible. But then the light came through, and there was a glimpse of hope. And from there on, God bless. You know, we're all good. We're all good. But man, it took, you know, it's 21 years, and it's like barely just getting off that train. Right, so that's immigration. You gotta pay, you know, the court fees. You gotta pay the lawyers. You gotta pay all the. You gotta pay the, you know, with your time. You gotta, you know, go through the headaches and everything. But hey, that's just how the law works, and it's not you know, the laws are not perfect. But you know, why break something that isn't broken, right? They're always trying to fix up like the laws and stuff. Then they claim that they're broken. But if they were really broken, then you know what I'm saying. So why do we have, you know, still civil people? Why do we still have, you know, good civil stuff going around, morality and stuff like that they're trying to purposely dismantle? But let me start over again here with the quote because I derailed and you know, so let's go ahead and I have ADHD, guys. You know, I refuse to take that kind of pharmaceutical crap. I've been trying, you know, since I was like young, so I just considered it like a gift and that's it, right? My mind just it goes too much, right? Okay, so must read quote from Senator Marsha Blackburn. Biden's actions and rhetoric have caused thousands of illegal aliens to flood our borders and overwhelm our border patrol agents. That's true. Now, his administration is secretly transporting the migrants the border patrol did catch to communities throughout the United States. Yeah, I heard about that this morning too. Wow, that's crazy. Like, I heard it was in Tennessee apparently. Like they got the, you know, they're pouring them in Tennessee, and Tennessee is right here. In, you know, we're neighbors with Tennessee. I mean Georgia. So we actually border each other up. So I wouldn't doubt it if they're doing that in Tennessee. They're probably pouring them over here in Georgia as well. And that is not good. What they should be doing is what President 45 had already implanted and done, which was to put them, you know, back in their country and then do it the legal way, the way my parents did. Folks, I think I'm gonna come back in the live in whenever this show starts, because I mean it's 12:32 p.m. But I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back when Jen Wacky comes back in, so we can take a look live and find out what's going on over here with the regime. So I'll be back when this show apparently decides to start, whenever Jen Wacky shows back. And yeah,